Hey, high performer. If you've ever wondered why wellness and taking care of yourself feels like such a heavy lift, this episode is for you. It's not that you're failing at wellness, it's that traditional wellness is failing you. In today's episode, I'm going to cover what's wrong with traditional wellness, why it doesn't work for high performers like you, and the new way of wellness that makes living well and feeling good so much easier. I'll also give you the one question to ask yourself before adopting any new wellness trend or practice. Welcome to Wellness for High Performers, where ambitious people discover the path to sustainable wellness that actually feels good so they can build a dream without burning out. I'm your host, Erica Jones. I'm a wellness strategist and entrepreneur, and I help high performers create massive momentum by weaving wellness into their daily life. There was a clear moment when I realized the way our culture approaches wellness and longevity is completely wrong. My husband and I were in the kitchen. We're having lunch with the kids. We love to have lunch together as a family whenever possible. And he asked me if I'd heard about this new longevity expert that was making a huge scene with his strategies. Well, one thing to know about my husband, Isaac, is that he's always on the cutting edge of everything to do with wellness and health. And so I said, I haven't heard of him. He was like, well, you should check him out. So I looked this guy up online and he's very transparent. His goal is to literally never die, which is interesting. All of his protocols are available for everyone to see exactly what he does, what supplements he takes, and how he's living from day to day. On the surface, his overall approach seems to be sound in terms of the science to support what he's doing. But as I look deeper into his strategy, what seemed to be a virtuous aspiration, living well and being well, it looked more like an unhealthy obsession. Here's just a small snapshot of what his daily life looks like. So, morning wake up of 4:30, 5 a.m. every day, 6 hours of exercise every week, breathing exercises daily, multiple biohacking strategies, testing, therapies for longevity every day, the same boring meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with all meals concluding by 11 a.m. Yeah, you heard that correctly. No eating after 11 a.m. Lights out every night by 8:30 after 1 to 2 hours of a wind down routine. Fistfuls of supplements multiple times a day and many other requirements that I do not have the time to share. And I honestly doubt that you have the interest in hearing about them. So you may already know who I'm referring to, but in case you don't, I will name names because I think he wants to be known for this. It's Brian Johnson's longevity and wellness protocol. And this is just a glimpse of what he's doing daily for wellness and longevity. And I'm not calling him out to throw him under the bus at all, because what he's doing looks like it's working well for him, at least the health side of things. I don't know what the rest of his life looks like, but he's gone viral for this extreme approach to wellness and this life goal of never dying. Now, obviously, most people out there will never be able to follow this kind of routine for multiple reasons. But the fact that he is glorified and praised for this approach gives us an indication of what is completely wrong with the world of wellness. It's all about intensity, being extreme, and it almost feels like the more outlandish things are, the more praise they get. Like if someone said eating cow dung has these rare minerals that promote wellness, you'd have some idiot out there eating platefuls of cow poop sprinkled with herbs and getting praised for their commitment to longevity. It's ridiculous, but you know I'm not lying. So, my point here is we have lost the plot entirely. Rather than wellness being about maximizing the quality of our lives in all areas, we've taken a mechanistic approach where we zone in on health and wellness while forsaking other areas. It's a complete neglect of one of the most basic tenets of wellness, which is holism, where we get the word holistic. The holistic approach honors and recognizes the interconnectedness of our lives. We're not out here trying to get healthy for the sake of being healthy, to get the best lab test result in the world. We're doing so to increase the quality of our lives. As a high performer, this matters for you more than anyone. You have a big mission, a vision that is in the process of unfolding, and you need not just some, but all of the potential energy and life force that you have to offer at your complete disposal. Your success and impact, they're counting on it. And it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur building a business, or if you're in a boardroom every day with C-level execs, or you're a stay-at-home mom running your home more efficiently than a Chick-fil-A drive-through. You want to be able to perform at your highest level. And this is why your health and well-being are so important. You think you're successful in doing well now, just wait when wellness gets fully optimized, dialed in at a level that gives you the energy to expand your capacity and your vision in ways that you couldn't even imagine right now. And this is exactly why wellness needs to change for high performers. It needs to be more accessible, more realistic, more doable. Because if your nutrition plan is stressing you out because you can't eat anything except broccoli and chicken, it's causing you to fall out of alignment because you're compromising your mental and emotional health. If you have to be in bed by 8 o'clock p.m. every night and now you can't connect with friends or spend time with loved ones due to your bedtime, you're compromising your relational health. It's not sustainable to eat the same five foods forever and ever. It's not healthy to forsake the relationships that fuel you in order to get a perfect sleep score. And as a result of this, high performers tend to fall into one of two camps. The first camp is they throw in the towel before they even start. Their very valid perspective is that, hey, if this is what wellness looks like, I can never sustain that. So I'm not even going to try. And I don't blame them. And then camp two, the other group of people says, I'm going to try to keep up. They're most likely not trying to keep up with the Brian Johnson level of extreme, but they're still on this treadmill of trying to stay on top of the trends or doing what they think works, but most often it ends up being unsustainable, or they aren't getting the results they want despite putting in a ton of effort. They can never quite get into a good rhythm. And then wellness feels more like touch and go than a lifestyle where they can see lasting results. Here's some things we've been told that you may have tried. Spend hours on the weekend doing meal prep, wake up at 5 a.m. every day for a marathon morning routine, do deep breathing for 30 minutes a day, go to a gym and train for at least an hour every day of the week. Now, if you're starting at ground zero and you're being told that these are the things you must do to be healthy, it can feel like a non-start or at best a boom and bust approach, especially for a high performer. What I would offer is that there's a better way. There's a way to weave wellness and longevity practices into your daily life that don't require you to overhaul your diet in a weekend or feel like you have to start over every single Monday. I'm going to challenge some common beliefs that many of us have bought into, myself included. I want to reframe the way we think about wellness by moving past this goals oriented picture and evolve to looking at wellness from a level of commitment. So, the one question I want you to ask before adopting any wellness practice is, can I commit to this? Commit. That is a very intentional word choice. I'm not using the word goal, which is more like something we're striving for or hoping or wishing to reach. A commitment, by definition, is a pledge or a promise. To whom? To yourself. And this may bring up some deeper things about your relationship with yourself. Do you believe it when you say that you're going to do something? Or have you fallen through on your word so many times that you don't even believe yourself when you say you'll do something? That's a conversation for another day. But to make this easy and practical, the first thing I want you to think and start asking before you adopt any new wellness practice, trend, or strategy is, can I commit to this? If so, for how long? Some things we can commit to for a season, and some we can commit to for a lifetime. We want to fill our wellness arsenal mostly with habits we can commit to for a lifetime. Anything else can be fleeting and it can be frustrating unless it's done with purpose. Those are things we don't often think about, but we should. If we did and we were thoughtful about what we're giving our yes to, we find out quickly that what we can truly, truly commit to must fit within our current capacity. And once you're in a consistent rhythm with habits that fit your life, then you can work on expanding and you reach higher and higher levels of excellence and performance. And when you understand this, you'll go from feeling like wellness is a chore that you never have time for to feeling grounded and rooted in your routine. It will be so easy for you to be consistent, which means you'll start experiencing the results you're actually looking for. And when that happens, here's what you can look forward to: waking up with all the energy you need without having to rely on cup after cup of caffeine, sharpening your focus where your brain feels fired up and your best, most creative ideas are easy to access, maxing out your productivity because you're laser focused and completely undistracted. So that stuff that used to take you days and weeks to complete, it's getting knocked out in hours, and you're looking and feeling better than ever. This is what the world's high performers are living in right now, and it's accessible for you too. So start with the question, can I commit to this for any new wellness idea or trend? Well, thanks for tuning in today. I hope this episode gave you a perspective or a practical insight that you'll bring into your daily life. Remember, you can build the dream and protect your well-being at the same time. If you want more support, head to elevays.com. That's ELEV as in victory, AYS.com. And join me inside the Elite Edge, my weekly inspiration email for high performers like you who want to thrive while they achieve. Until next time, make time for what matters and keep showing up as the high performer you're created to be.